movie is fun, but it's tough.
I love action films.
Fast, furious, hard, a lot of work.
A month and a half worth of training.
This is a great cop picture. It's almost an homage to cop pictures, Dirty Harry pictures.
It's a kind of a cross-demographic blending in that it's a tough urban movie. The same thing about Steven. He does have a strong urban following, and we thought to add the hip-hop music and add DMX as well would be just an interesting way to combine all this together.
With the recent incidents we've had with police corruption, police brutality, the thought of the police policing the police, that not all cops are bad cops, but that there are indeed bad cops.
Seagal is a good cop, and he has to uncover the problems that are inherent in, I guess, many situations in our society where there are cops sometimes who don't always do what they're supposed to do.
You hear about the type of things that's going on in this movie, you hear about them every day. It's a believable story. I grew up as a part of that environment, you know, succumbing to the, you know, many things that come with that environment, the fighting, the getting locked up, the guns, the, you know.
Satisfied? How much?
What we say in the movie is it's not good for a cop to break the rules. It's good for a cop to be a good cop.
There's Oren Boyd, who's played by Steven Seagal, who was a cop on the edge.
Kind of a gung-ho type of officer that has to kind of redeem himself.
I'm not gonna send you to Vietnam, Mr. Boyd. I'm gonna send you to the 15th.
Oh, that shithole.
You'll fit right in.
He has to kind of build his way back within this precinct that he's been sent to, which is the worst precinct in Detroit.
In this case, the people that you think are the bad guys, you sort of realize, oh, okay, maybe they're not as bad as I thought. Oh, maybe they're one of the good guys.
This isn't your standard action movie. There's a suspense, and you aren't sure who's bad, and people that look bad may not be bad, and the other way around.
DMX's character has a very fresh approach at what a kind of a tough guy can be, and his interest is not at all what we think it is. It's very different.
Latrell is like a smooth guy, you know. He grew up in the hood, but he, you know, he got off into something else, computers, you know, became rich off that, but finds, you know, his little brother's in trouble, but for the wrong reason. Not because of what his little brother was doing, but because there were crooked cops involved, and there shouldn't be crooked cops. So Latrell feels the urge to help his little brother, as I think anyone would.
We originally believed that DMX is a bad guy and a drug dealer. And then, you know, of course, as the movie progresses and the story unfolds, we see that this isn't really what he is, but in fact, he's someone who just has a unique method of trying to get inside and flush out the bad guys.
When you see him, you buy the toughness, you buy the force, because he projects that. And also, I mean, his music is all over the movie too, which is also pretty incredible. And he did this, you know, old Bill Withers song, Ain't No Sunshine, which is just spectacular.
I know music. Music is my life. You know, music is my biggest form of expression, my biggest way to, you know, get across. So I know music, and I'm also in the movie, so it helps to put the music to the movie.
It's brilliant to have Steven Seagal come back into the genre with the DMX.
Good cop, good guy, bad guy, gunfight, fire, shot in leg, ouch, end of movie, roll credits, third highest paid, me.
Oh, come on, man, quit treating me like I'm Tupac. Ah, it's my hand!
No, that wasn't no hit, that was like, you cool. Steven ain't nothing but a big-ass bully just because he knows some karate and shit.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm a cop. It's all right.
And since when do cops make things okay?
Yeah, man, since when do cops make...
We were looking around for a project to do with Steven Seagal, and we were trying to find the right project. And sitting up on our shelves was the book Exit Wounds.
I was a uniformed street cop. I covered a murder one night, and it affected me, and I went home and wrote about it. And I liked writing, and I kept writing about it. At the same time, I had this tremendous partner who became the model for the character Oren Boyd, who was endlessly entertaining and kept feeding me material.
I thought, you know, he wasn't too dissimilar to me. just kind of sardonic guy who's been around for a long time and really knows the job very, very well, but doesn't play the politics very well, which has sort of always been my problem.
The character was similar to the role Stevens played in what I know of Stevens' life, and then as the deal came about that it was going to be made in Hollywood, there's only 2 or 3 guys who can play this role, and I wanted Steven, my partners wanted Steven, so we're thrilled.
Steven has a great quality. He's not in your face. He's tough and he's very focused. And I think that that's what the character Orem Boyd has got to be. I mean, he really played the role.
He knows how to laugh at himself in this one. And there are a couple of situations that he's put in. You can't help but laugh.
If you don't get a human side to your action character, the audience is going to reject the movie and it's going to feel like a spoof. And the way we decided to give him human feelings was to show him being sent to an anger management class.
This is a happy face.
And to show him being demoted to crossing guard.
What are you doing?
I'm already in the intersection.
Next time you see a cop blow a whistle, pay attention.
And to show the fact that he's upset with where he's reached in life, and he's putting his whistle and his hat back into his locker, and he sits there for a moment and sighs, and we realize he's hit rock bottom. Now it's time for our movie to start.
Excuse me!
It's phenomenal right now. You go to the movie to see action movies, and there's a lot of kids doing a lot of action. There's very few tall 50-year-old guys out there kicking ass.
This is a good role for Steven to play. He has his own style, so we work with his style. But we still brought to the party some wire work and some fresh things he hadn't done before. And we did some things in this movie that I think the audience will be surprised that he can do, but he does them.
He presents a very, very powerful image, this very strong character, and very good intro technique for the screen.
He is a very good martial art master, so he has a classic style. And long time ago, I'm his fans too. But this time we work together.
We've tried to take a little bit of Steven's style and combined it with a little bit of Dion's style. So we have a lot of the style that we've seen, which is Aikido, that Steven has been famous for, and we have a little bit of that Kung Fu that's been thrown in there, which is getting Steven up in the air and utilizing his legs more. We get him over speeding cars. I mean, we have a lot of fun with him, and I think it's a neat thing to do with a guy that's that large. It's not that often you take a 6'5" guy and put him up in the air on a wire.
It's not very flattering shit, brother.
I think everything that's happening around him, he's just sort of moving through it in his own suspenseful way. But at the end, we really see something different. I think a little bit different than what he's done before.
Where's the money at? Anthony takes a good ass whooping. Let's get him and just kick his ass. So, you know, I think that's why I'm here. At the end of the night, you just might... Fuck me. That's basically been the story of my career. You know, movie, ass kicked in a movie.
So when you jump, you're blocking like this. You, as soon as possible, boom, hit the air like that. And then dodge me, boom. Okay, press.
There's only one person that interested us at all. That's Latrell Walker, and that was DMX. It was the charisma that we had gotten from hearing his songs, and we had gotten from seeing some of his videos. So we thought there might be something very interesting about this kid. So we went to meet him, and we connected with him very much. And there was something in his eyes that, to Joel Silver and myself, made us feel like this guy might have some star quality.
He's very intense on screen. He's a wonderful actor. Has a great persona, and he definitely makes you realize that he is a force to be reckoned with.
I know who Latrell is because I've seen Latrell. You know, a person who grew up in the projects, but not really part of that environment. He lived there, that's it, but knew there was someplace else for him to go.
He's just organic in this role. And I think a lot of the actors were really surprised at how well and how authentic he came off.
He brought a lot to the party. He brought music, he brought himself, he brought his credibility, he brought his sensibility, and I think that it ended up being a very effective, use of his persona and, his ability in the movie.
If you want to know the truth, I believe I was brought in here to make DMX look good.
Man, he funny. Can I say motherfucker? Wait, funny as a motherfucker, yo. He very funny.
Go on through, See, they don't do this when Steven Seagal or DMX or Isaiah Washington sit right here, but put number 13 in the seat. Come on, bring the set in. Let the dogs loose.
You bring your bag, you bring your water, you bring your pads, and you just try to stay focused or you will get hurt.
It was hard at first, but I tour a lot, and I climb on speakers, I jump off the top speaker. I was in shape, but I wasn't in that much shape where, I didn't need any training. It hurts the stretching, or it did when I first started, but I see it was well worth it, because I glide over things now, like, easily, the wire stuff, the kicks, the punches. We did all the fight sequences, He's an excellent trainer.
Every movie we need some new element to make it exciting. And this time when Steven and DMX have a fight and I'm doing choreographer and the wire work is totally different, I don't know how to say it. Anyway, it's good.
Hong Kong choreography is a lot more involved. They have the wire work and it's a lot more fantastic.
It's interesting to watch them work. They're really hands-on, they're very thorough and imaginative. So I sit back and let them pretty much do all the choreography of what's going on with it, but I'm learning from them. I pay attention to what they do all the time. I'm gonna steal some of their moves for sure.
They have a deep concentration in bringing elements of fight to another level.
It's an awkward feeling. It's like you have to disregard what your senses is telling you. Your senses is telling you, don't do that, you'll fall. Because they pick you up and let you down, at a certain, so I had to learn to trust the wires. To know that, I could lean to the side and I'm not gonna fall on my head.
And you have to have a lot of trust. It's a dance. Unfortunately, it's a dance of violence, so you have to have the ultimate trust with your partner.
Well, I've only ever done real martial arts in my life in the film, so this has been an unusual and sometimes difficult experience doing movie stuff that in fact is not real. The real martial arts is they actually work in combat circumstances and movie stuff doesn't.
It's a very, very big difference. If I told you, okay, you come to me, punch me, and then I have to knock you down or break your arm and control you. If we're talking about the truth, we don't have time to make like true fight, but I don't think the audience have an interest in see everything is true.
It's always exciting to bring them two together. I mean, Dion worked very closely with us, crafting these scenes and these fights to work within Steven's prowess, where he has the tremendous strength. We worked with that, and I think that, that is why it's so effective.
Dion Lamb, awesome. He's very fast with his vision, and he understands everybody's anatomy to be able to help them at the highest point of their physicality. He's very good at what he does. I use the same principle that I've studied in stage combat school, is that you have to check in, and it's just as intense, just as clever. You just have to do it more times from different angles.
Well, a real fight, anything goes. There's not a lot of, pretty stuff. Real fight, I'll knee you in the nuts, I'll stick my fingers up your fucking nose, I'll rip your lip off. That's a real fight, It's not about looking pretty while you're doing it. This I'm doing a lot of cartwheels and, tucks and, a lot of extra shit.
Why we need, when we punch me, I walk on the wall and then do the somersault or whatever. That's a movie. It's everybody wants this in the movies.
I was a Los Angeles police officer for 22 years, the last 17 on the LAPD SWAT team.
He was very instrumental with his 22 years on the force of the LAPD to get us all a quick crash course on the do's and the don'ts and handling weapons and just handling yourself physically, which is something that you have to be very cognizant of because you may have real law enforcers that are actually watching this film and goes, that would never happen, that would never happen.
Most people haven't been in a real shootout before, so there's a lot of things that happen in real life in shootouts that come into play. He explained how police officers are and in their personalities and the way they carry themselves and people's anxiety involved in a shootout, people's emotions that pour out, things that happen. Try and give him some of that, but you know, it still has to be entertaining too.
At the end of the day, we have to all really relax and come to a realization that it's a movie and it's for entertainment. And we're not shooting a documentary here.
There's no substitute for speed, so we try to bring the audience right up to speed. It gets kind of boring to sit back and place a camera on the ground and just watch the cars go by. So if you can get movement with the camera and create speed and jeopardy and make the audience feel like they're in the driver's seat, then you get a little excitement out of it.
They're doing special effects and stunts that are just mind-blowing, and they're taking chances.
I knew that it was going to look good, it was going to feel good, it was going to move, it's going to have a lot of action.
We've managed to really pull off an urban action story that has a lot of fresh ideas that I think set it apart and make it different and make it really worth seeing.
I took a little bit of time off and I'm really happy to be back and hope everybody enjoys it.
Another day of exit wounds. Welcome. As you can see, they never let me get any sleep. Can't even unpack my bags. This is what I do early in the morning. I get up. I'm not gonna have time to take a shower up. Hell, it's so early to go to work, so I'm just gonna go to work a little funky in the same clothes I had on yesterday. Can't you tell the shirt's wrinkled? Now you don't wanna fight, but y'all niggas be playing. I think I need to brush. Look at that. The camera don't even know when to follow me. I'm so quick and I'm so smooth. Look. Ah! Like an invisible man. Don't let the big size fool you. My little memoir book, my little diary. As you can see, lots of thoughts have passed through my head since we've been working on Exit Wounds, but I'm pretty sure I put them pen to paper today. My camera, so I can capture you guys. A little chest. Thank you, man. Everybody come on in, this is Dave. Dave. Later on, you're gonna learn a whole lot about Dave, but this is my driver. Come along for the ride. Sort of like the mayor of the city, you know, everybody practically, you know, really knows who I am around here. Hey, how you guys doing? Do you know who I am? You don't know who I am? Look at me closely. Look at me closely. Do you know me? Does anyone recognize me? Nice. Y'all come see my small trailer. See the trailers they give to number 13 is on the call sheet. Hey, what's up? They know me. Look, they know me. They know my man. Look at that. TK. TK. Don't know what the hell it means, but that's my name in the movie. Hey. And they're doing some behind the scenes footage on me right now. I will. I'm on my way to makeup. You know, I don't wake up pretty every morning. So in the mornings that I'm not pretty, I gotta go get pretty. She's making me about as pretty as my mama. And those who know my mama knows that she's pretty. Mama, I love you. You pretty to me, baby, because I look just like you. Except my mama ain't got this much facial hair. She got a little bit though, not a whole lot. Her mustache is a little thinner than mine. And she ain't really got a beard or a goatee, but she got like hair under her chin. But she wears it well though. She wears it well. Watch your step. So this really isn't my trailer. It's only my trailer the days that I'm here. That's what happens when you're number 13 on the call sheet. 3 notches higher. Number 10, you know, they won't do that shit to you. You know, they wouldn't. Look, that's not my makeup. You already looked at my colors. That's not cocoa tan. Hold on, let me show you something. Come pan this way. This is what I found the other day in my trailer. Who the hell is Tom Arnold? And why is he in my shit? You know, if I knew Tom a little better, I'd do something with his toothbrush. You know, they never really clean the toilets good here. There's a little ring down on the bowl right here. This is our secret. Let's get ready for work. Into that S&M type of thing, you know. You ain't never been beat till you've been butt naked and had your ass beat with a pair of cold steel chains. It's freaky. Right there. Action! Where is he? Okay, you need that beat. I need that beat. Okay, just fuck me. Okay. We're gonna take 5 now. I'm gonna give it to him this time. All right, here we go. Need a little more green on it, baby. Go. That's it. That's it. Rub the green on it. Hey. Put it on the gas with that. Oh! That's a cut. That was perfect. Somebody just grabbed my ass in the scene. Whew. It's my brother Derek. Just got off a plane to see his big brother at work. So we're here now. We're about to have some fun. Mama say call her. You hear that? Mama say call her. She can't call me, so I gotta call her. Still a local number for her, yet she still can't do it. I gotta buy her a house. I gotta call her from another country. There you go. That's what mama's for. The job of a firstborn is never done. But I love you, mama. I love you.
I've been watching Hang Time for 4 years, and this man's been the baddest man on the court. He's the one that made the tornadoes, and those other guys are okay, but you gotta give up.
Thank you. White people love me. I'm getting sick and tired of y'all following my every move. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is how you cut your chicken with your fork that your mama taught you. Put it in and you chew 20 times before you swallow.
For now, a month ago or a month from now.
You just reaction? Like this.
Taking them all on. Jackie Chan. Van Damme. What? Give me some more. Give me some more. Who else out there? Ain't nobody left but Jim Brown. Yeah. I ain't messing with Jim. Getting advice from the man who's kicking my ass just so he can kick my ass properly. One guy ain't gonna come. They coming in. They know what's going on. They coming in here. They come. Look, they coming. One's coming here. One's coming here. Ain't nobody going nowhere. This what happens when you're not number 1 on the call sheet. You do a whole lot of waiting around for number 1 to come. Could y'all let me know when y'all gonna do that shit?
Ready? Shot! Yes, up!
Say hello to my sumo Negroes. They're about to turn your ass into sashimi.
It is now 2:30
a.m.
And we started this at 12:30 p.m. a day ago. So I hope you understand what we do. I do this 5 days a week, sometimes 6 straight. So don't tell me what I do is easy. It may look easy to you, but that's because of all the hard work you saw us all doing there today. Now, I'm about to go home and get my beauty rest, which is gonna be about 6 hours, so I can get up again and do it all over, just for y'all. And I hope you appreciate it. I hope you do. That damn camera on my face. That's it. Damn it, I said that's it.